I love that emo said, I'm gonna get off, and they're still in here.
I see you guys missing behind a milk carton. Come here.
Changed his mind.
Get on the fucking train tracks. Get on the train
Let's
tracks.
go.
My profile page. Look at my VRCRP profile. You'll see my new profile.
Flan beanbag.
My kinks, peace and quiet.
My kinks, peace and quiet.
That's
God, I love
asexuality.
this.
Which one you want?
I'm also
You want-
I
I want to go to transport station only because we haven't been there before.
Sure. That's in the city.
What the hell? Oh man.
Listen, I can't run around.
There's no other town and in the city.
Over my head if I'm
Look
like
around.
empty.
Which one? Where are we going?
Battery. Fun game.
Town, then city, if no one's there.
Town, then
Or
city,
no one we
okay.
know.
I just like to have fun.
Thumbs up.
On this block.
Okay. Thumbs up.
I just
Sidebar, cat lover.
Town, wee.
Nice. Have fun.
Hmm. I mean, you're here, so I think it's pretty clear what I'm feeling. More.
Considering you have the lollipop back, yeah. Am I wrong?
No.
Did I ever tell you that you're particularly cute when you blush?
Probably at some point.
Well, you are. That's why I like doing it so often.
There's only one thing you like more. I think.
True. Are there other things that I enjoy?
I mean, specifically referring to reactions elicited from you.
Oh. I was just thinking in general.
There's a lot of things you probably like more than me blushing. Like cooking. I'm pretty sure that's higher on the list.
Do you want to go to the forest, or where do you want to go?
I guess I don't really know.
Forest it is. Then we can head to the park after.
Maybe it's the kind of thing where
Very stable roof.
Danger Champion wants us to get like
I don't know. I feel bad for people who live there.
Everybody's joining.
I may have done something bad.
The fire. Just not here.
We're always burning since the world's been turning. When you get to this part, it feels like it's such a quiet neighborhood, but it is the opposite of that.
Yep. I also like that their street's a pun.
Is it?
That street's Vine. This
Oh.
one's Grape.
I see. I see. That I get it.
Yes, because we're walking through the grapevine.
Are there any Pokemon you're looking for?
I have Pokemon I have in mind, but I don't know if they appear here or not.
I feel like that should be on the
If I see them, I'll point them out.
Pokemon thingy, shouldn't it? Oh my god, it's Nikki. I haven't seen Nikki in forever.
True. I should look at that the Pokédex again. See if
Maybe.
they appear here.
What ones are it? Is
You want
it?
another Pokemon in?
Well, if it's as nice as the first one, sure.
Well, we
So
don't
far,
know that.
this has seemed like
Echo's
an
Pokemon.
absolute positive.
Freaking Echo's one tries to steal his phone all the time.
Well, Echo's isn't. Echo's very different.
I think the terminology you're looking for is called pushover.
Yes. I didn't say it.
You think I'd be shocked by something like this
Oh,
by now?
I was
But
gonna say
know a dude with like over 1,000 kids, so
That
that's
sounds
a
like
thing.
a hip problem.
Yeah, it is. Bye. Have fun looking for ghosts.
You didn't
I'm
answer
trying
my
to really
question.
Look
though.
for ghosts. Oh, it's on my head. Skitty. Kind of weirdly want a Sinistea, but that's only because I find it amusing.
That one's the cup, right?
Yes, it's the one that's inside a teacup.
Ah.
It's a ghost.
So is it the tea or
It
the cup?
evolves into
Or is it the tea and the cup?
It's the ghost is inhabiting the cup, so technically the cup is just incidental. It turns into a Pokemon called Polteageist.
Ah.
Which I will name Positivity.
That makes sense.
What else? If you find a Growlithe, I'm sprinting towards that. But I don't know if you want a Growlithe, though. They're a fire type.
Why would
But
I?
I'm sneezing my sets they on fire.
Oh, well, I would have less appeal for that one, mostly because of the cats. And Fido might
True.
get cooked. Baked? But technically those are your animals, so it's said that that's your decision.
Have you seen its evolution?
No.
It is called Arcanine. It is the size of like this tall, and is a giant dog with like red and black, like red fur and black stripes and like white hair. And it's very fluffy.
You know, I should be able to turn into a big dog. Maybe not that big.
I know.
I just
Very
haven't
turned
figured it
into a
out.
cat, so that's more enough for me.
I'll figure it out eventually.
Someone's on a horse.
A very shiny horse.
no, they don't. But
He's thinking
I want one. I'm think. You know, I was given a warning by Sir Rayesh to not bring anything too modern from this realm into Faerun at the
Hmm.
You want to go out deep?
I'm sorry, what?
I said you want to go out deep.
I heard something way different. Yeah, sure.
Mm-hmm. I'm guessing the answer to the other one would also be yes.
Well, it's more yes, and also I would have to try harder not to, considering
True. Unwarranted, but true. Technically, you can not go very deep. It would just be disappointing for you. And me.
I could, I just won't.
See, there you go.
You know, sometimes I wonder
Mm.
if we talk about sex too much.
Why do you think that?
Sometimes.
I think it's just enough. We have
I
a
also
healthy,
quite enjoy it, but it's like,
romantic, and sexual relationship.
ooh.
And we don't have it that much anymore.
Mostly because we're busy, and also because the lure of not being able to is no longer there. It's all the time, so it's more planned. And be like, hey, we can do it.
The first little bit, it
Like,
was a lot. Now, it's kind of settled.
We still have to think about what to do, by the way.
About what?
The goblin.
I know. I'm aware.
Mona doesn't seem particularly concerned, but I don't know if she understands the full thing going on.
You talked to her then?
We both did, remember?
Oh.
Remember you wanted to
I think I was just blindly angry.
have sex that day.
I know. I was just. Angry and tired, and it makes me forget things. Sometimes. I'm old. Technically. Technically old.
Old is only relative to your lifespan.
Is it?
Yes, because otherwise dogs can never be old.
So then, someone who doesn't age can also just never be old.
Technically, I feel like not aging has different rules than someone who ages.
I technically age very, 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 very slowly, and then before I would actually get like aged, I'd probably die or go crazy, and thus die. That's kind of the end point for me. Is
well, if you
insanity.
If you have a hard, yeah, I know you told me that before. But if that is your end point and you have a predisposed one, then what is the percent? How far are you into your lifespan? Percentage-wise,
less than half. Little.
Then you're not old. You haven't even reached middle age.
Well, and technically it varies between us, and I'm not pure blood, so I'm probably shorter.
Regardless, middle age isn't even old. It's just middle age.
Well, I feel old. In my
That's
mind.
a different thing.
Not in my body. My body's perfectly fine.
Oh, I'm well aware of that.
I just, unlike purebloods, still remember when my life was incredibly short. So, you know.
You remember your mortal life.
It feels weird.
Essentially.
To be this old. A little bit.
No, we're at the lake.
One of the lakes.
One of.
I think technically this isn't a lake. I don't think it's quite big enough. Unless it expands beyond the rocks. Like if it goes under.
How is this not big enough for a lake? What would you even call this then? A pond? This is not a pond.
Ponds are actually bigger than
There's
you
an
think.
island in it.
Ponds are bigger than you think. And it's relative to the other water structure, which is massive, but not a Great Lake. Because a Great Lake, from the perception of people our size, is basically like an ocean. Because you can't really see the end of it unless you walk all the way around it.
Yeah.
Or fly over it. I guess maybe it's like a in between of a pond and a lake. Like it's too big to be a pond, but it's too small to be a lake. At least relative to how much actual water is there. Am I being too technical? Pedantic?
No, I like hearing you nerd talk.
I guess it does mean I talk more.
True. I like hearing you talk.
I like hearing you talk. I also like hearing you not talk. Ah, well, we had the same end goal. There.
Yes, I know. Let's see. You can go this way.
That one's definitely a pond.
Oh yeah, that's a pond.
Why am I so on spooky music? I think at some point I like phase out of listening to the music. Headache.
Yeah, here's your actual.
Definitely a lake.
Actually, no. Because if that's an exit into the ocean, then this would be a bay, I think.
Does it exit into the ocean? Do we know that?
I don't know. I'm just saying it goes that way.
It might just exit into a river, and then it's not really a... Like, even if that river goes all the way to the ocean, it wouldn't technically make this a bay. Because you wouldn't be able to actually pull into it. There's a lot of terms for water.
I know.
Fjord, bay, lake,
Fjord isn't water.
pond.
Fjord is a valley.
Fjord is near water, though. Isn't it?
Yes, but it's not describing water.
It's not describing water, but it's describing a landmass next to water.
Yes,
Technically, a lake isn't describing just water. A lake is describing water surrounded by a landmass.
Context. Yeah, it's in context, but the main feature is water. In a list of water features, you wouldn't say island.
I don't think a bay technically counts if a fjord doesn't count.
Well, a bay is a water mass that opens up into the ocean. The description of it requires the water. It isn't the land that is in the description.
I'm looking it up when we get home. I hope you know that.
I'm well aware.
Because I'm pretty sure a fjord requires water.
That wasn't the argument. The argument was that it's not a water feature.
Couldn't you just call a bay still the ocean or shore?
Probably. What is not mutually exclusive with the other?
Would you say a swamp isn't water?
A
Because
swamp requires water, but
technically-
it is a land feature.
Technically, it is a land feature. But it is still a differential type of water. Because it's swamp water, ocean water, lake water.
No. So the description of swamp is usually a marshy land. It is meant to be a water-saturated land.
But all of
key
the
word
animals
that
in it
definition, description is
is
land.
water. All the creatures are water-based, pretty much. With the exception of
Well,
like a
they have-
few.
Most of them, to my understanding of swamp creatures, are usually both. They require both most of the time. Very rarely do you have like a swamp creature that is just in the water. Usually it like goes in a tree or it leaves the water for a little bit or comes back in.
There's a lot of
That
fish.
type of thing. Like alligators, for instance.
There's a lot of fish.
Yeah, there are land fish. There's only one land fish to my understanding. It might be more.
Mud skipper.
Mud skipper. Also depends on the. It depends on the swamp.
There's another one
because
that I don't think it.
bog.
A bog is like a winter swamp. It's a cold swamp.
Is it?
Yes.
What's between that and a marshland then?
I
marsh.
think a marsh is more flat. So whereas a swamp might have a lot of trees, I think a marsh is a more flat, mossy.
What
Think
about
like
a glade?
A glade is more warm, like tropical, like the Everglades.
Yeah, I was actually thinking that because the Everglades doesn't have any trees, it's literally just reeds and grass and completely
Mhm.
flat and just a lot of water.
But it's more.
It's like nearly a like
It's
like waist
like
deep lake with the size of a
yeah.
state.
A marsh has a lot more mud. Like there's more land to that, I think. Yeah, I'm not an expert, but I think.
Me either. There's no water features in Thorndor area. We don't have a lake surrounded by mountains.
All of this just comes from me studying, basically. I know too many words. Oh, I was pretty
Too
correct
many
there.
words.
Hmm?
Is there such a thing as too many words?
I mean, not technically. But I mean, I don't need that many words. It's kind of like how you
Also,
don't.
as someone who's lived.
Huh?
As someone who's lived a long time, how do you feel about the evolution of language?
I find it interesting.
I know some people get mad when like they add words to the dictionary or remove some.
It evolves with culture. Cultures can't stay the same forever. They stagnate and die. So naturally, languages should do the same. It's a representation of the people now.
I think
Despite the
best
fact
term
that I'm
for-
old,
like,
I
the
don't
best
dislike
description-
change.
Well, I can tell you that.
Otherwise, I'd be wearing corsets and, like loose, puffy shirts. Very
Never
tight
mind.
pants. Trousers, technically. I wouldn't call them pants. But
I think the best description of a dictionary that I was ever told was it records what people are saying. It doesn't dictate what you should say.
The dictionary just tells you this is what this word means.
There's so many people that try to use that as like the authority. Like, yes, this word is more word than other words.
Nah. Every word is a word.
All words are made up.
Pretty much.
Oh wait, you don't know that reference?
I don't know the reference, but I do agree with it. All words are made up.
It's a movie. It's meant to be sort of a joke. There's a character named Drax says he's an alien with a species culturally doesn't understand context or sarcasm. He takes everything literally.
Mm.
So they're having characters having an argument with them, and then one of the characters says, "You just made that up," and then the response is, "All words are made up."
Well, if you want to watch it, we can.
Yeah, we can watch it. It's a good movie. There's 3 of them.
Ooh,
Trilogy.
like Star Wars.
Well, Star Wars has 9 films. Well, 8 films, technically.
Mm-hmm.
If you remove the really bad one.
But everybody talks about it as a trilogy, even though there's a lot of them.
Well, here's the thing about Star Wars. They came out of the gate with something really good, and then they knocked it out of the park with the second one, and then they kind of sort of ended it with the third one, and it became like a cultural landmark, where the film kind of informed a general genre change and everything. So everyone looks at those 3 films, and then there's another 3 films, and then another 3 films that progressively got worse.
So it's like Lord of the Rings,
better.
but they
got worse
kept going.
than better. Yes, basically. So you have, for the original trilogy, it's good, great, okay. Then prequel, it's bad, okay, good.
I don't remember
the new trilogy,
the 4th one. Because I couldn't see half of it.
You weren't missing much.
That was the missionary arc, right?
Yes, it was.
Okay. See, I remember some of it. Most of it. A good amount. I think I have a shirt that I could use for Finley. And that was also kind of a reference to what Finley used to wear, which was very tight pants, a corset, and
Ninja.
puffy sleeves.
You're a ninja. You somehow always appear in a spot that I'm not expecting.
It's because I'm small, comparatively.
Yes.
So I can leave your vision more easily. And I'm relatively quiet. Footsteps-wise. I
was about to
learned
say.
how to be. Technically, I've always known how to be, I think.
Is that a general training thing for Victorian people, the Victorian nobles? Especially
No. Kind of just for the side that I was on. I wasn't meant to be good. You know.
Yeah, I know. That's what I was referencing.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So a majority of the time I had to be very quiet. I just decided to do malicious compliance. So I became extremely quiet. And I scared the shit out of them. Constantly.
That's Great job. Good job.
Thank you.
I'm proud of you.
It was funny. It's one of the few things I can really distinctly remember. It's a lot of small details I don't remember. But I think that just comes
Actually,
with
I
time.
just realized.
Hmm?
I just realized I never asked you. Are there any movies you want me to watch? Any of them that you're asking?
Have you seen the original monster films? Like the original Frankenstein?
No.
Nosferatu?
No.
Dracula?
Yes.
We can watch those then. There's a lot. Of movies I can think of. That are just kind of forgotten, I guess? Not forgotten. They're known, but
There are a lot of movies that are lost to the ages.
lost
no one
media.
ever recorded it down. Yep.
Somebody recorded over it. Like a lot of Doctor Who episodes.
Yeah.
Which is really unfortunate. Some of those were very good.
I know.
I bet anybody who did actually, like, have some way of recording those and has, like, a private recording of it is, like, rolling in it.
Or maybe they just don't know what they have. They're
Or
like
they
their
have
father
no idea
or
what they
grandfather was
have.
really into. Like their grandfather was really into like Doctor Who back then, and recorded it. Like had like one of the few people that had recording devices back then recorded that episode and just sitting in an attic somewhere,
That
collecting
happens
dust, and they don't care. They're just
so
like, "Oh,
often. And then one day, eventually they might get really lucky and be like, oh, well, I want to clean out all my stuff and get rid of it. Let's figure out what this is, see if it's worth anything. Finds out there's not a price on it. There is no price.
Or the really sad thing happens where they clean out their attic and just throw it in the garbage.
Those people suck. Those people suck.
I'm trying to figure out how to get back.
I think it's you orient yourself based on the mountain. So if we keep going this way, I think we actually get back. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I thought that this was the general right way. I just wanted to make sure.
Huh. I think you're right. Yep, you're right. We just kind of went the long way.
I know, we took the scenic road.
Isn't that kind of what we always take? Unless we're actually really desperately needed.
Yeah, I know.
You'd sure hope we wouldn't be desperately needed here, though.
Every we walk
meeting
back to the city and we just see.
We've been to, something has happened.
I know, I'm sorry. One day.
One day
it'll just be like a normal meeting.
A normal meeting. With the Frizz? No way.
Oh, you know that one.
Of course I know that one. Ooh. Wow. Ooh. Hi. That was bad.
You good?
Yes.
That was a big one for you.
Very. But that was all over public television.
I know. What do you think of Bill Nye? I know that was public television around that same time.
I liked him. He was charismatic. I liked the song. It was very catchy.
Hmm.
I kind of caught a lot of vocal stems then from all of those. Now most public television is sports, which is boring.
Yeah. Well, PBS still. PBS.
PBS still exists, but people don't really just kind of have it on the TV in public
No,
spaces.
They have way too many choices now. Yeah.
Most of the time in public spaces back then, it would be PBS or a news. So generally, I ended up paying attention to PBS. Because most of my news, I preferred to just read about it.
Oh. I'm assuming you're sad at the death of the newspaper.
Very. Especially because now it's all very blocked off articles. It's ridiculous.
Yep, you have to pay for everything.
You have to pay for everything.
Payment structure change.
And none of it's really credible because all of it's made for profit. It's not made to inform people anymore.
When you change the payment structure of a thing, you let the perverse incentives that come with those payment structures in.
I hate it. Because they
That's why
even
you
do
usually
it
go
to
to
private
independent
study.
blogs.
They do it to study. Research papers.
I know.
Information should be as the most open it ever could be. And yet, they decided to make it more blocked off. So most people get their news from TikTok, from a fish.
I didn't know about that one. There's a fish.
It's something to do with an old cartoon
Oh.
that had like a fish news anchor. And a bunch of people get their news from that now.
The goblin.
Okay.
You don't have to if you don't want to.
No, we don't. It just makes me think about it. And then I get angry again. And then I want to cuddle you. Because that makes me less angry.
See, I have mixed feelings on this because I don't want you to be angry, but at the same time, it's just kind of a win for me.
Technically, yes.
They have the cursed energy. Because this is born from the negative emotion. And for normal people, this always is leak out of them. But due to we are born with very high Juliok, abnormal amount. So we are able to see cursed spirit and affect cursed spirit with our Juliok. So we are learn to control the flow of it, use it for fight.
I see. That's super dope.
Oh.
You know?
It's up to you.
Familiar, but it's like super dope.
So,
My concern is
One
they're
hour.
supposed to be staying with Echo and them, and they're by themselves, and they have the muzzle on again.
Yeah, they should.
And I don't think Echo would put that back on.
I'm kind of grasping it, kinda.
No, but they might have put it on themselves.
Maybe? Maybe. Huh? How am I calling you out? How am I calling you out, Kitty? Is it the vocal stems? Was that it? Cruising on down Main Street. Dagger. Roll cruising on down Main Street. The fish? Oh, yeah. That's how I get my news. Genuinely, the fish is how I get my news. It is. I get my news from a fish on TikTok. It's honestly like it's kind of entertaining news. Like the news is entertaining and it at least seems pretty credible. Like I think they link credits. If I remember right. Do they? I'm pretty sure.
That is the best way to. That is actually like the best way to explain it.
They're not even attacking each other, just getting near each other, swiping. They're not hitting. It's just druids having a fucking argument.
You wanted to go to the park, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Park. Parkity park. I like how you walk down the middle of the street.
Yeah.
I should technically have less fear of that than you. And yet.
Have you noticed in Thorndwell how the cars stop for everyone?
Yes.
It's probably because the general populace are among the people that can push a car. Most of the
Probably.
time.
I guess it might end up doing more damage to the car than the orc.
Well, it did damage to the orc, but just the orc would get angry.
Well, yes, and then it would
And
do
if you get the wrong
more
orc-
damage to the car.
Yeah, but it did. Yeah. It doesn't mean the orc wouldn't be.
I'm not saying they would
need
be.
to go to a healer.
I'm not saying that they wouldn't need to go to the hospital or a healer. I'm saying the car might get totaled to where it can't be driven anymore, whereas the orc will still be alive.
Correct. Or you might have the unfortunate circumstance where you have a particularly rageful orc and a road raging orc in the car, and then they crash into each other, and then the orc tries to total the car, and the other orc gets out of the car, and then it turns into a three-way fight, but with the unfortunate car in the middle.
Poor car. It didn't deserve it. Well, I don't think anyone we know is here. At least it doesn't seem like it. I don't see anything I do not perceive. I don't see anything I do not perceive.
Very well. Yeah. I don't see anybody else either.
What do you want to do then?
So we can probably... Well, let's see. We can keep walking around, go to the city. We can go to the casino if you want to go there, or we can go home.
I forgot the casino's open today. Do you want to go to the casino?
Yes, it is. That's up to you. We were only there for a little bit during the opening.
We could see if there's anyone you know there.
Ooh. Do you want to go to the casino now, or do you want to walk around a little bit?
Maybe one more walk around and then we go.
Very well.
I'm trying to make more decisions.
I know, I'm proud of you. I noticed. You don't do the thing where I ask you something and your response is whatever you want.
I'm trying. I'm trying to pull my weight. which
Cool.
technically
How dare you.
speaking is lower.
What?
That's a joke that
Or
I'm
what?
smaller than you.
Yes.
So my weight
I'm
is
glad you
technically less.
technically. To be fair, you're light enough that I can pitch you like a ball, like a baseball, if I want.
Yes. And technically, in most circumstances, I would be fine. Unless something really wildly ridiculous happens, I would probably be fine in that situation.
So, by the way, I know you don't read comic books. At least, do you? Do you not? You like literature. I don't know if you do or do not.
Not really comic books.
So there's a character named Wolverine. He's very short, Canadian man. He's very very wide set, very hairy, and he has he's a mutant, so they have abilities. So his mutant ability is basically hyper regeneration.
Mm.
Like if he gets any injury, it would automatically heal. It's basically similar to you, but like I don't know if you're as crazy as him. But
There is literally only one way, basically, to kill me.
He got destroyed, and there was a drop of blood, and he came back from a drop of blood.
Maybe not that much.
Okay, so he has a friend named Colossus. Colossus is 8 to 9 foot tall dude that has the ability to cover his skin in living metal. His name's Colossus. He's like a big dude. So they have a thing called the fastball special, where he puts his friend here and they throw him like a shot put to get him into the battle quicker.
Mm. Technically, I would still be out for like several weeks, depending on how bad the injury was. So it wouldn't necessarily work for getting me into a fight easier, but I would probably survive it if it happened in a fight.
Mm.
Just say goodbye to
popsicles.
them.
I like
Be gone.
popsicles.
Mm.
There was a time when everybody used to just walk in the street, you know? That's kind of what the street was for.
I know. Oh, you're talking about the architectural change of like when the architects stopped building cities for people but started building it for cars.
Yes. But also no. There was a time when sidewalks weren't
Do you
a
want to
thing.
travel? Do you want to travel, Snake?
Yes.
I'll go to the casino.
I mean, technically, I have a travel snack.
You want to eat? True.
But I also like
Do you want your spicy chips or do you want different chips?
I would like my spicy chips, please.
Okay. This one. I got one for this. You know what? I always love the pizza chips. So nice.
Pizza chip. Isn't that
love
just
them.
cheese and tomato? And garlic?
Yes, and garlic. It's a lot of spices together to kind of emulate the taste of pizza. It's not 100% perfect, but it has its own spice. Here you go. Egg. I'll keep it in the bag until we're getting out of the city.
Okay.
And then you can eat it on the train. I'm gonna pop into the Pokemon Center for a second. I want to see if someone's in there.
You need to pick anything up for Fido?
Yeah. True, I can pick up Pokepuffs. Wait, do they have Pokepuffs?
I know you said that,
Damn it, I know. I'm thinking of the cart lady, the one that sells the cheesecakes. I was hoping that the Pokemon Center had it. But they
Didn't
don't, so.
she have like a card or something?
She does, but I don't know. I don't want to call a like food vendor for just me.
Maybe you could call her to the meetings? There's a lot of people in MMR that have Pokemon, I think. But then technically you
By
get
the way, final tally. Do you actually want to talk to them at some point, or do you not?
at some
'Cause
point,
we're
but
about to
not
leave.
right now. I don't think here is the best place to do it.
Okay,
Because
so-
I can't control the environment.
This is 100% fair. Do you remember their name? Did they tell you their name?
Yes, but it's not in my head right now. I'm pretty sure they said their name, but not accessible currently.
Hello, Siegfried. How you doing?
Hello, Detective. I'm doing well. How are you doing?
Doing all right. Did you get the message?
We're muscle.
Which message?
Muscle?
I should mention I'm not myself. I don't always give myself the information.
Right.
If you understand what I mean.
That's why.
Does the
Yeah,
muscle have a name?
No,
Yes,
tell me again.
I'll tell you.
Muscle.
Go to the parking area.
I likely am aware. However, myself,
Ah.
my ashen form, I am not aware.
Muzzle, not muscle.
Muzzle. Did you drop it somewhere?
Haven't seen it.
Big shiny man took.
Oh, someone took it.
I guess maybe you're right. Maybe they're putting it on.
Yeah.
Probably.
It's goblins.
Probably they
If she
are
feels that she's weaker.
taught to use it.
Yes. If she feels she is weaker than her owner, then she follows the owners.
Probably. Or wait, we take this one, don't we? See you at a meeting, maybe.
Oh, bird, okay.
It's okay. You can cut on the train ride and chips.
You know how to fix things too easily.
Oh, wait.
Oh.
Hello?
Hi.
I'm sorry that you're angry.
No, it's good for me to be angry sometimes. Tells me I still can be. It's just when I care way too much about something.
There's no such thing as caring much. Just what you do with that energy that affects it.
Which is why I try not to be stupid with it. Technically, if I was really stupid with it, I would just bite everything I was angry at.
Yeah, or pick up the gauntlet and run.
Yes, and that would not be good.
No. That would cause so much shit.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna grab the lollipop for a second.
Thank you. Thank you.
I love you.
I love you too.
Okay. Head to the train.
Gay. Oh my god, an explosion.
Gay. Gay.
My knees.
Hang on,
Oh,
right here.
fuck.
Eyes is the character I can flex my full emotional
My knees.
intelligence
Yo, pog shoes.
Yes.
without trying to.
My knees.
Let's go.
My knees. Oh.
Here, let me just. There we go.
Eyes is the character I can flex my emotional intelligence with without trauma.
Yes,
Because
that's
Michael
true.
is also equally emotionally intelligent, but he has trauma.
Wisp, you can't because you're depressed.
Yes.
Shit, I think you're cheating on her.
So this is the character I can be like, I can help you.
Yeah, and then Finley is stuck here just like, shit.
How dare you be good at helping me emotionally process?
Stop being so helpful. Oh.
Rebo,
Yeah.
get your backstory yoinked.
Why? Why you
You're
yoink my
right.
backstory? That's mine.
I didn't even remember half of it.
Because it's
That's
funny.
true.
You take this guy's too.
How long is it? Does it just go to whoever the person is? Does it collide with their head or something?
No, I haven't. I have no idea how
goes
to
to-
set something like that up. It's like just a default thing that's just local.
You're just
Instead of world
happening to
space
get
to
it very
make it-
close.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you got
like,
it
I
right
just
in my
kinda-
face.
You got
I
it
thought-
right there
Yeah, I just
the
kind of
first time.
judged the distance. The way this actually functions for RP is like she can actually only do this to someone who's already dead, so it's a lot easier.
Oh.
Like, it's literally just like
That's
dead
pretty.
person on the
That's
ground.
actually pretty cool.
That's pretty useful
That's a
though.
cool effect.
It's
I like that.
yeah, what it is she can take up to an hour of someone's memories prior to their death from a dead person. With the caveat that it has to be someone who, like, you know, is actually, like, containing a soul. Like, she can't do that to, like, a synthetic or something. You know?
Can they do it to like really old bodies?
Just to be there is a limit on how old the body is. Any longer than 3 days of being dead, and it won't work because that's when decomposition sets in.
Yeah.
And then
That's really cool. That's really well designed. Has like limits
the
and everything.
other fun thing about it is the design with the film reel isn't just for aesthetics. The power literally turns their memory into 8mm film reel that she has to play on a projector.
Ah, nice. Bitch puggers. That means you can.
Yeah.
That's a good way of making it so that it doesn't put like a person or DM on the spot.
Yeah, exactly. It's like,
Very
okay, I
nice,
gotta go
very nice.
run this through a projector now, you know?
Very pug. Very pug.
But, yeah.
DT knows too much.
Then she also has a funny sword, which I have the funny toggle to upset people who do HEMA.
No, no, not for the HEMA.
You know what?
Not for the HEMA
You know what I
people.
recently found out?
Hmm?
I recently found out that there is such thing as a reverse grip, but only for great swords.
Yeah, I mean, there's certain cases where it works. The main reason I have the reverse grip is actually so I can stab down or behind myself. That's like the main reason I have it. I don't actually plan on, you know, using it
Unless
like
you
that,
want to
but,
upset the
you know,
HEMA
maybe
people.
occasionally. I also have a fun trail for making it more readable.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, is Finley's glasses glow slightly?
Possibly.
Also, I'm very glad I made this decision. I needed cute gay. It was very nice.
I love cute gay.
Oh, gay.
Dude, wait.
Also,
To
I
put it
have
this,
funny eye tog. Yeah.
Look at this different. I'm so enamored by this.
I need to make
I have
I need to
funny
make
eye
your normal
toggle.
hands this big.
Please do. I love the yelly hands.
Look at funny eyes. Look at funny eyes, and then they go burst.
Wee, funny eyes. Wee.
But you
I really
literally
like this
gave him
model.
the
You did.
information,
Did
so
you
he
make
just
it?
like deduced it from that message.
Yeah.
He's like, oh god damn it.
Nice. Good
I
job.
know the booth assets.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't do it from scratch. It is booth assets, but
Well, yeah.
the animations
Most
and all that I
avatars
fucked
aren't
around
made
with
from
myself.
scratch. Most, not all of them. Though. Some of them are.
I have a commission for a from scratch one that I'm waiting on from Aussie Sophie.
Yeah.
That one's gonna be fun.
I have my hopeful next character to come out will be when I had the heads made from scratch.
Oh yeah.
But the body is just gonna be the bodies will just be booth bases because I got it when I didn't have very much money. So I only had enough to get the 2 heads and not 2 full models because I needed to get 2. I thought about getting the outfits made for me though, but I think I can make them myself. Because it's just like scrubs and doctor coats.
Ribba, you wanna see a really good sandwich I had today?
Yes, but I won't be able to look at it right now because I don't have my Discord open.
All good. I went to a banh mi restaurant earlier today. Got a really good what is it? Banh mi tagatien. Yeah.
You okay?
Headache.
Oh, here, I got this. Apply peanut butter to the forehead.
Me. Me.
There you go.
Me. I'm just a creature made of constant pain. Not particularly.
Yeah,
Do you wanna
that's
stop?
such a mood.
Not particularly.
Okay.
I'm just in pain. My head hurts and like right here, this muscle is like from here to like here, like the muscle is sore.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm a creature of pain. It's fine. I get over it. Ah.
Also, did you like that Eyes only says it when it critically hits?
Yes.
That's amazing. Weird.
As Finley's singing, just like.
Crow, every time you deploy that shield, I lag. Do it again.
You were just sitting outside after Sino had a whole ass talk about all the Bolero stuff.
So do you want to go to casino?
I mean, it's like.
Yeah, but if you want to stop or take a break, we can. Want to drink some water and stuff?
I can drink water in RP. I'm kind of indifferent. I feel like I've gotten my RP fix, but I wouldn't say like I don't want to RP anymore. The court thing unfortunately is probably gonna happen tomorrow or the day after because Corona had D&D today. So I don't think he will be online.
Also transparent.
Like I said,
transparent shit.
Performance.
Do it in a different world.
Do we
I'll be honest.
I'm up for anything.
Yeah, you should be fine.
We'll
find out. We'll test it when we get in, and then we do.
I already made decisions today.
That's amazing. I've done similar when I've been trying to find like music to get hyped for stuff as sin. Is I've
It's 11:50.
It'll be 11:55 for you.
Yeah.
It was so fun. I was Metaman as a judge. It was hilarious.
Yeah, originally I was.
It might be nice to just do Minecraft.
A couple days ago.
Because I am a kind of ouchie pain.
Okay.
But I don't mind still doing VR.
Was like looking at vampire boss music, and I couldn't find anything. So like Chrissy Stroud stuff, and I didn't want to.
Listen, that's as close to a decision as you get. I made like 3 decisions today.
Okay. Do you want to go to the casino and see if people we know are there, and if no one's there, we just leave?
Sure.
No. Y'all close in lobby?
Yeah, I'll put that up.
Sure.
Most likely, because we don't want to leave.
Okay.
With no admins.
Also, if you want, we can add a time limit if you only want to be there for like an hour or something, or 30 minutes.
You could always say non-canon and just have people have fun.
Sure.
I want it back.
Okay, an hour it is.
I'm stealing his now.
Hard to play a character that the way I did it because I'm like,
You have a fraction of
if I
it.
go with the whole, if they look at it and they freak out, that's gonna be too hectic. I just went if they look straight into their eyes, they go.
How are you feeling, by the way?
This one got a little fond over Pastor's Red Panda character.
Yeah, he was going to do D&D today. So we were going to do it either tomorrow after AA or on Sunday. Because we weren't able to do it the Wednesday Orlando Soccer, and we probably wouldn't be able to do it next Wednesday for the same reason.
Welcome to the Diamond Casino. We hope you have a wonderful
That's a Sugi? That sounds like a Sugi voice.
Yeah, you go to bed, man. Good night. I'll go back to RP.
That's Sugi.
That's what I said.
Oh my god, it's a nerd.
Hello, nerd.
But hi. I'm re-uploading the model quickly to fix the visor.
I shall give you head pets.
What's wrong with your visor? Does it just not work, or you got
I just
the
didn't put
body
them
ones?
on.
Yeah,
I just
that'll do
forgot
it.
to put them on.
That'd do it.
I was so focused on making sure Go Loco was working that I completely forgot about the visings.
It's easy to forget the basic stuff sometimes.
Oh, Smalls, you get to see
Yeah,
it. Look at my
why?
Yowie hands. Yeah, I know. He
Yowie
survived the
hands?
Banshee Scream.
And is cuter for it.
What does that mean?
So Yowie as a genre is men on men and
No, I know what
the
yaoi
amateur-
is, but what does that mean, hands?
Oh, there's
there's a-
older style of anime like of yaoi doujin or manga where it was typical style for their hands to be very large because it had like did like a size difference thing. So the tops generally would have very big hands. They would have like extreme broad shoulders. It was kind of like sojo, where like sojo you would have sojo legs. You have yaoi hands.
The hands. Look at Tick. Oh, you get to see. Oh, I want to show you. Wait, let me show you something.
I love
want to
these
show you the boy
gloves.
in VR.
Oh yeah, the boy.
Also, Ruben did such a good job on the butt.
The butt.
No. Oh, your butt also jiggles. Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
I yawned and then it sent tingles through my whole body. Oh
Look at his
gosh.
eyes. Oh, that's so cool. Look at his eyes. You see how his eyes feel off slightly?
No, sort of.
There. Now, okay, watch.
Oh, that shine.
When he actually expresses real emotion, the eye shine comes back. There's no eye shine.
Oh. How do I reload an avatar? Do I just reset? Hop? No.
You just reset.
No.
You have to get out of the avatar, and you have to get out of the avatar and into another avatar.
I don't have another avatar to switch to. We're going Prisma.
Good doggy?
I'm waiting.
Ooh.
There we go. It's loaded for me now.
Yeah,
Hi.
yeah,
Oh,
vibes.
better. I blink too.
Just looking at the list, by the way, Wolf, it doesn't look like there's anybody in that, they would know.
Sag. Let me see.
Maybe one?
Who's the one?
I'm not sure. I don't remember. I think that the holy slime. That's them. I think they might be here. Yeah. Sue.
Go there to gamble. You don't have to have the intention to meet people.
We were coming and checking if there were gonna be people because I'm not feeling super good. But we just came from RP.
Oh, I see.
I have a headache.
Oh, I gotcha. I understand.
And I'm just generally in pain. But that's normal.
I'm sorry, hon.
It's okay. I'm used to it.
We're being aggressively gay at Orlando Soccer.
Yes.
Yes.
I love hearing the stip stops when I'm floating.
Yeah, the steppies. Yeah,
The steepy steppies when I'm just floating is funny.
Oh, small as you're tiptoeing if you don't know.
Yes, you're very tiptoeing. Still tiptoeing.
You just touch the ground though.
There you go.
You got stop.
There you go.
Poggers.
There we go.
That's how short you are. This is the size difference.
He's so big.
Cat is small though.
The biggest
Cat's not that
boy.
tall.
White water's over there. It's all the way over there.
Oh, do you guys know how to make it so fist bones can't be posed, but you can still touch them?
Yes. In your.
I think that's a click, right?
That's a toggle normally in the
So, like your avatar thing, right?
No, that's something you would toggle on the fizzbone. I think that you.
Well, I know that.
I don't think you can actually. I don't think you can do it in the settings for in VR. I think that specifically posing you can only set on the fizzbone itself. But you can turn off interactions in VR.
So it's nothing bad, or nothing really bad, but it's just a big concern because I didn't want to go into security VC and ask you this, because I'm not right now.
Do you want to like look in character? Or do you want to just get off since we know out of character that none of the people are here? Okay. You're not wrong. Ouchie. My spoons are little. My spoons. Ooh, let's see. Let's see. So I have to do the subby. I will see you in Discord in a minute. Meow. Sorry, I turned the thing off. Is there anybody we can raid, Dave?
I turned the thing off because someone was talking about a security thing in the open spot, and I didn't want to have you overhear something if it was like serious. I don't think it actually was all that serious, but you know. Yeah, no. Is Callie streaming? I know sometimes Callie streams RP. Kind of like off and on. If Callie's gonna stream RP or not. But if Callie is streaming, I'd like to get Callie. Yeah, I know she hasn't. It's been less lately. She's in prison lately. Aw, Sedge. I shall wait for Dave to see if there's any more options. And then make a decision. Zombie Jack. Ooh, let's get Jack. I don't think I've gotten Jack at least not in a very long time. Get Jack. I don't know if I've ever rated him. Holy shit. Holy shit. Okay. Well, thank you for coming. Thank you for staying. I hope y'all had a really good time today. We will come back tomorrow for Ascension Academy and maybe Cord stuff. And then Sunday we have Inkwell or maybe Cord stuff.